What's up, everybody? We're back here for some PSL action. How are you guys doing? It's round of 8, the second part. We're gonna see who goes on to the round of 4. I should probably tweet that this is live, right? Get some viewers up in here. We need to do some social sharings too, so help me out by also sharing that we are live streaming this PSL action. Get your friends here. So get them here. Let me just quote this tweet. Okay, there you go. So tonight, what do we got? What do we got going on here? Looks like we have a nice show. Our best players on tonight. The heavily favored Enders gonna be hopping on. We do have the other match too by Yagster versus Mr. Lasty. That's gonna be fun. Let's go take a quick peek at how these guys are doing. You know, let's see if they're ready with their mics. I know we had some issues getting set up at one point here. Yeah, they're not set up just yet, guys. So I think what we'll do is just kind of talk about this matchup first, right? So Bayagster and Mr. Lasty, Protoss versus Zerg. I'm not quite sure who's gonna win that one. I think though Bayagster might be favored, but we've seen Mr. Lasty play really well. And of course, on the next game, well, we know who's favored there. That's gonna be Ender, heavy favorite over Pobes. Does Pobes have any secret builds? If I'm Ender, I go pool first every game, and maybe even go Overlord speed every game, right? Just to be super safe. So we'll be right back when we get this thing started. So I'm Freedom. And we'll probably start with the Bayagster, Mr. Lasty.
Storm StarCraft League Season 1 Philippines. Arcanus. Ender. Neutrophil. Bayagster. Captain Britain. Saipan. David B. Shadow. Xenos. Exo Dash. Floki. Holmes. Phoenix Somsky. Knox. Mr. Lasty. Violet.
Okay, guys, we're back now. Alright, so tonight we're gonna have, or this morning, for you guys in the Philippines, we're gonna have Bayagster versus Mr. Lasty, and then Ender versus Pose. Each match is gonna be best of 5. So I'm ready for that. Let's take a quick peek to see if the players are also. Looks like Ender's here. We may start with the Ender game first, guys. It's Ender's game. I know Mizell is still getting the other guys set up. Pobes is here, so yeah, it looks like we're probably gonna start with the Ender game with Pobes. Huh. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna go do that first, guys, and let's take a peek. Yeah, so Ender and Pope's matchups are already done. Let's go take a look at the map picks. Brought to you by our friends at Archon Services. And there you go. Those are the map selections. The Vetoes are Romanticide Submarine. We got 5 maps tonight, guys. That's what we got going on tonight. Ender versus Pobes. Lightshade will be for Game 1. Game 2 will be on Death Aura. Oxide for Game 3. And if necessary, Pillars of Gold and Jagannatha as the deciding map. I'm excited, boys and girls. And as far as our cams, it looks like, there you go, we got Pobes up there. He is set. He does the whole head movement thing that he likes to do. Who do you guys think is gonna win this? I know Ender's heavy favorite, but maybe Pobes has some secret plans. Some special builds no one's ever seen before. What are the odds of that? That's what I want to see. And we're going to see Mr. Ender on the top right there, boys. Boys and girls. The heavy favorite. Looks like he's chilling. He's very relaxed. Pobes is very happy. Drinking his morning coffee, maybe. What do you guys think? And we also got Mizell. I think he's almost ready to join me here. You could say hi. You could drop by and say hi.
Hi.
There you go. Maybe you can show your cam really quick.
Hi guys. Morning, good morning.
Okay. Well, his cam didn't really come on, but that's okay. We're ready to start whenever you guys are. And we're gonna hop on to this match, guys. Round of 8.
Storm StarCraft League Season 1 Philippines.
Alright. The top left corner. The Protoss player. That's a very funny intro. I mean, a funny greeting to himself. to himself, basically.
Yeah. And on the bottom right, our Zerg player, he is
Ender.
Guys, the heavy favorite, Ender. Pobes, you know, I like this. You know, do not play macro standard game.
yeah.
There's just no point. He's just way ahead of you. So you have to do something unusual. Now, of course, Ender knows this. So he will play safe. So maybe you could do something somewhat unusual that he can't guess, right? And look at this! Yeah, I knew he was gonna go pool first. That makes sense.
But 3 gates, man.
3 gates is a heavy commitment.
Zealot rush.
Yeah, it's gonna be a proxy Zealot rush. He didn't actually make a 4th gate, so he's gonna confirm the Ender's playing pool first. And he's like, oh great. Oh great. This is the perfect opener for what I'm doing as a Zerg. So Pobes is hoping that Ender maybe slacks off a little bit. A second pylon's gonna be put down there for safety to keep the to keep that alive. But as soon as Ender sees there's no expansion, well, guess what? He's just gonna make units and defend, right?
Correct.
So he still doesn't know that the proxy he's here. Although he will.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the Overlord's going the right spot, so he will know. And look at this, another hatchery. Okay, here goes, guys. Ender now sees it. Now he knows what he's dealing with. Ender will make a spine. He cancels his other hatchery because that's not gonna do him any good. Ender knows what he's up against here. This spine is never gonna get up. Actually, this is a pretty good start for Pobes, who's chronoing more Zealots. Very cool opener here. These 3 Zealots are doing a lot of... Oh, and I don't know if I like this going there in the middle where he can get surrounded.
Oh, no.
I don't know if I like this. Yeah, he kind of... I think he shouldn't have gone down here. Although Ender is taking a lot of worker losses. There you go, good hold position there. He's gonna kill even more workers. 6 have gone down. Ender, I think at this point you focus on the workers. Because 9 workers. Speed is done. Now, the Zealot wants to rejoin his mates down at the bottom. Right?
Ooh.
And as Ender's point of view, actually, he might want to take out this. Yeah, this is not a bad idea. He's probably gonna kill this spine. Oh, the transfuse comes in. Oh no, he can't afford these 3 Zealots losing. He was trying to kill that I think he shouldn't have done that. He should have stayed at the bottom and tried to kill that hatchery.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have had four zealots here, and now that's gonna take it. Nice try, but he actually had a chance. To be honest with you, I think he had a chance there, because Ender lost a lot of workers. He only had 6 workers, or he lost 6 workers. He only had like 9 or something. You were way ahead in workers. You actually could transition out of that. You know, if you can obviously hold the choke at the bottom. But the point is, it wasn't that bad. It was doable, guys. He had 9 workers left. Ender did. 9 versus 15 workers. So maybe a small adjustment there for Pobes is kind of maybe high, you know, don't lose your zealots going up on the high ground. You really gotta kill the low ground hatchery, and then you're dealing with 1 base to 1 base, right? The other problem too is I think he went too deep in and he lost additional zealots, right? I think when he did so much damage with the first 3, right? He should have gone out. He got surrounded, right? Yeah, I think he had a really good chance. So it went about as well as he expected, as you expect, given the opener.
If the Overlord didn't spot it and then he like waited for like 5 to 6 zealots, that will definitely do it, right?
Yeah, well, the problem is you gotta watch out for the counter with the, you know, with the links on your base, because you don't have anything there. Anyway, guys, on to game 2.
Storm StarCraft League Season 1 Philippines.
Oh, looks like they chose the wrong race there. He ended up being Terran, so we're gonna remake that. We are going to remake that, guys. So welcome all of you guys there watching from, I think we might have some people from Team Liquid's website watching. There you go, welcome. This is the StarCraft League starting with the Philippines for Season 1.
Alright.
Alright, game 2 is going to be in Death Aura, as we had mentioned.
Storm StarCraft League Season 1 Philippines.
Game 2.
Okay. Game 2, the Zerg player defending that cheese pretty easily.
And the cheesy Protoss, he is.
I don't blame him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way to play Protoss. Actually, you really want to take advantage of the cheeses. Some games you macro, but you definitely, in the best of series, you should do some cheeses, because the Protoss cheeses are really good, right? And they can do all kinds of cheeses. So same thing with Zerg, but if you're the guy that's favored, you generally don't need to. You just defend, because if you cheese and you all in, and guess what? It's a lot easier to defend than all in, especially if you see it coming, and then you're behind. You're the all-inner, so you're you're at a disadvantage. Do you need that disadvantage as the player that you are compared to this guy? If you're a much better player, you don't need to. So you play safe. That's what he's doing here.
Correct.
He's actually playing safe.
Okay.
And this time, Popes is not doing a very aggressive opener. He's doing pretty standard opener. Lings for 4 of them, in fact, for Ender. He's still not sure.
This is Pope's map, so I'm pretty excited what he will be doing.
We'll find out. I think
Find
if he's gonna do something, it has to be a 2-base timing. I don't think he has anything to do with a third base, a macro game, or anything like that. Or maybe he'll do a fake third base and then he'll put all his resources into trying to kill Ender. Ender does his patented two hatchery thing. He did this against the other pros. Pig doesn't like it. Well, he did this against Solar. Solar just kind of made the third base in the normal spot, so Solar had the advantage, right? Because then his base is actually a mining base. But Ender likes to do this to spread creep, get an extra extra supply, right? So that's why he likes to do this. But no one really does this, not in the pro level at all.
Yeah.
So it's just the thing that he likes to do. Pro players don't like it at all, so they don't believe in it. But he's the one that believes in it. It's his build. But he's gonna try it out here. The reason they don't like it is because, look, you're making a third hatchery. Why not put it down here, right? Why not mine from it? This one small extra creep spread doesn't do too much for you, right? So that's why the pros don't like it. Ender likes it. He likes them all together in there. And he has a lot of lings out.
Yep. Warp Prism is also coming out soon.
Oh yeah, that's pretty early and aggressive. Ender actually got Overlord speed, so
yeah,
he's gonna know what's up. He only has two gateways here. Oh no, and he doesn't have it closed.
Oh.
He's in big trouble. Oh, but lucky for him, Ender really didn't make any more lings. So this wall is very awkward too. Like, I think you can kind of get through that. So he's gonna try to support that. Yeah, he's gonna try to support it with another thing. So it's gonna be an immortal with these 2 adepts. That's what Popes is gonna do. It's something very unique that you don't see too much of. And there he is. He's gonna move out.
Ooh, immortal drop. I like it.
Yeah, it's an immortal with 2 adepts, so immortals be really strong against the queens and the roaches. But Ender's actually just making lings continuously here. No, yeah, just a few lings. He does have a roach warren that's coming up, right? But
yep. Oh, no shield battery.
Okay, no shield battery. He's gonna try to hold. There's not a lot, I think he's okay. And here's the prism. Alright, this is all about the prism. What can he do with this prism? Oh, actually, he should let it. Oh, he notices. Is that a misclick? I think that's a misclick.
Yeah.
Ender had a misclick.
Wrong rally point.
Yeah.
Oh, he comes back to defend.
Yep.
Yeah, too late for Popes.
Yeah, I don't know. He was kind of hanging out here too long, but he wasn't doing anything with it. So I'm really confused because his timing is wrong, right? He's just now making all these gateways, but he got there so fast, so it didn't really do anything. So I'm really confused why he did that, right? So I don't think his timing. He thought he might have screwed up his timing. He meant to, or maybe he's just trying to get pressure done. He has a lot of gateways now. He does have disruptors, which are really good, of course. And you know what? Despite this, Popes is actually worker-wise even, which is really good. But Zerg is about to explode, I'm telling you. With all this larva, all this extra hatcheries, and now he's also getting Spire. So you better do something, Protoss.
Oh, where's the other Warp Prism? Ah, it went home. Okay.
Yeah, he went to pick up two
Immortals.
two
Ah, two
disruptors.
disruptor.
Yeah, two
Oh.
disruptors. The thing is, he's not getting a third base yet. Oh, and look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this link drop
Ooh, the
in the
drop.
main. Link drop in the main. And he's trying to poke at the front. He does successfully
No!
draw him. Oh my gosh. He didn't put his guys on hold, and this is gonna be GG. On the other side, you know what can he do? Where's the disruptors? The disruptor goes
I
home
think
because
he
he
went
needs to
home.
go home. But
Oh.
actually, he didn't die because he had
Mhm.
the
The
healing,
zealot.
the healing too.
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So after all of that,
Ooh, look at that.
very huge.
Okay. Here comes the disruptor. Let's see.
So now he's gonna push. All right. So Pobes, it's not bad. Pobes is only a few workers behind, but the mutas are coming already. So if he has to do something, he has to do it now. Here it is.
Now.
The force fields have to be perfect.
Oh,
The disruptors have to be good. And oh, he loses. That's the one thing you can't do. Now you can't reinforce, and that's gonna end the game, guys. Like he doesn't have a base, so and just like that, it's Ender up 2-0, guys. I mean, we didn't expect, you know, Ender not to be up 2-0 or be down 0-2, right? But
Mhm.
you know, I think if you're gonna try to punish Ender, you can't be off on your timings. We knew he was off on his timings. You can't make the mistake where you don't hold the front, right? He didn't put his units up front. They kind of got drawn out. And then he tried to do a drop on the other side with disruptors. He had to go home. So his whole plan got ruined, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, you have this plan, you don't execute it, and you're playing with the best player here, that's what's gonna happen, right? So you really have to have a plan where you're really tight on everything. The defense is good, and then you execute your plan, and then maybe you take the lead or punish the other player, right? So anyway, nice try. It's just really hard, you know, to not make any mistakes with this much pressure.
Yeah.
So we're gonna head on over to game 3, guys.
Storm StarCraft League Season 1 Philippines.
Alright, so this could be the last game, unless Pose pulls something out. And the player here is just looking to finish this and then go back to breakfast, right? He is.
Yeah. And on the bottom left, he needs a win, at least. He is.
Alright, well, you know, Ender has not lost a game all season. So,
Correct. MVP.
OVP.
Oh, VP. So
Right
he's
now.
gonna go for pool first again.
Yeah,
He's
why
gonna end
would
it.
yeah, exactly. Why not, right? You can't that means if you pull first, you can't do proxy gateway shenanigans. You probably
Yeah.
can't cannon rush him. So
Actually, I think Pobes was trying to do a disruptor hit in the main base.
yeah, he had to go home
But-
because the links, he let him in. That's what I was saying, right?
Exactly.
He had this whole plan to do disruptor drop, but he had to bring him home because he didn't put these guys up front on hold, and then
Correct.
he had to deal with the link drop.
Yeah.
And look at this, Ender's like, all right, you can have that.
What?
I plan on doing the hatchery here anyway. Remember that? So that kind of makes sense. Like, what's the difference? He's just gonna mine from this a little further. That actually kind of makes sense to do.
So maybe that's the build.
Don't read too much into it. This is this is an
Yeah,
Ender
yeah,
only
that's
build.
pro.
This is an Ender
Yeah.
only build. I'm not in a position to argue the build if it's any good, but none of the pros do this. So, right? Usually, if it's a good build, everyone's copying you. But I think this is
Correct.
just he just likes to do this. Raynor doesn't do it. Serral doesn't do it. Solar played against this. He just ignored it, right? And he got an expansion with it instead, and so this is an Ender thing. He likes to do it.
Oh, one lane went in.
Yeah, one lane got in. What's he gonna find? Not much.
Nothing much. There you go.
Making the this is not a great build against the top players in the world, but in the master level and under, this will help jumpstart your economy. You got extra hatcheries right there. You don't have to protect it from third base, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? You don't have to. You can skip a queen, get extra larva. There's good reasons for it at the non-pro level. But of course, the pro level, they don't need it. They just kind of like super efficient. They'd rather have the hatchery at the expansion spot, right? So, Ender's looking around the map to make sure there's no proxies, which is what a good Zerg does. Pretty standard for Pobes, in terms of, outside of a Stargate build, this is the next standard build, which is Robo Twilight. Yep.
And the Overlord's gonna spot it.
Ender doesn't take a third base that fast either. Overlord's speed. Look at the Ender, like really checking the whole map. This is what I'm saying. I don't think you can trick Ender with any kind of build like this. You have to hit him on a two base timing that looks normal or something. Oh, he can't let these guys in. Does he have that close? He's hugging it tight. Oh, and he just now shades.
The switch.
Yeah, he shaded late though. He shaded late.
Yeah.
He could have done it a little earlier. He was getting hit and he was already 90% weak, but he pulled that off late. He would have saved it for sure.
So adepts won't do that much.
They can in the right hands, right? They can. Yeah, they can definitely because you one shot workers. So the Lings are not at home. So if you can get them on the other side. But now Ender is alerted, so he's gonna be ready for it. That's the problem. Ender only has 2 bases, 3 hatcheries. So he's only like 2 workers ahead too. So he's really playing tight and safe. You know what? Looking at this, if I'm Protoss, that's playing him. Let him play like this. I'll take my macro advantage, get a third base, and then hold it.
Right.
So that's another plan. Make it look like you're all in, but you're actually taking a third base. Next thing you know, you have more workers, way more workers. Then it's up to the Zerg to punish you. But what is going on with this Prism? There he is.
Shrine.
The Prism is taking too much hits. Too much. Lucky for him, it's mostly shields. DT Shrine will help a little bit. Yeah, the main. He's only killed 2 workers. 3. That's not enough for that many lost. Oh, he does get away. That's the good news. He's waiting for this DT Shrine. If this can get up there. Oh, there's no detection though, so it could do a lot of damage. And he's got Spire. Ender's build is so no, it's just he's only on 2 bases and he has like ro8 and Spire tech. So I think a really good Protoss can take advantage of this. And there's the DTs. And he has DTs on the other side, and this is what I was talking about. This is gonna kill a lot. He just has to focus on workers. Mining time is interrupted. And then he can actually escape if he wants. He loses. 14 workers were killed, not bad. However, he's dealing with something up front. Curiously, he doesn't morph DTs there. Because obviously he wouldn't die with no detection. Right?
Block the ramp.
No need. Nothing's coming. You know, actually, Popes is in a good spot with the worker lead. Ender just now has a third. It's not even up yet. So this is not a bad start for Popes, because Ender really build is not that good, right? He's just way too safe. But Ender is so good that it's okay.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what I was saying. His build is not that good, not that efficient. You know how you were thinking that? It's actually not, right? He was just being super safe, that he's conceding being behind, right? But because he's so good, he's like, you know, it's okay if I'm behind. I just don't want to die to anything stupid, right? And so now that he's past the first stage of, okay, I think I'm safe. What happened to his third? He canceled it. His third canceled. I'm not sure what's going on, but why did the third get canceled? You see that? Did the DTs get there? We missed that completely. What happened here? Why would you cancel the third base?
Just the adepts. Just the
No,
two
you
adepts,
don't. You don't cancel a base with two adepts. The adepts will never kill it.
Yeah.
So I wonder what he's doing. Why that happened? Look at that. He's gonna do a drop with Lynx. This is really funny, man. And Mutas too. So, you know, really, Ender has a chance. Popes has a really good chance here if he deflects this, and then gets a third base. Cause look, now Ender is just not getting a third. So Popes has a really good chance. Ender's letting him, allowing him with this build to do that, right? Here's the drop. If Popes just really, if Probes doesn't take too much damage, there it is. There's the drop while he's pushing out. This is actually a scary force for Popes. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a really good force. Okay, here's the drop on the other side.
Oh, he knows.
He knows. He saw it. He saw it. And that's not going to do anything. He's got shield battery there. I'm telling you, Ender's build here is not that good, but he's super safe. And so that's why he's falling behind. And look at this. With perfect force fields, you can do this. You have to force field perfectly. And that's a good force field. One more. One more. Oh, he moves away. No, but you know, I think he had that even better now. And here comes the Mutas to try to save. This is really good engagement. He's probably going to lose it all here. Probably should have recalled earlier. And now he just doesn't have enough troops. But he did kill some. He didn't kill workers. If Popes could have done more than that, you know, there was one part of the battle where he moved out. He actually had the choke already set up. He didn't need to waste the force fields. But I think if he did that better, he would have been. I think he could have had the chance to win that, man. But he lost his prism, everything. He couldn't reinforce. Really, that was a really good chance to win. I'll be honest with you, that was not a bad spot. As close as you can ever get to beating this guy, I think. But now, Ender has his third base, and he has the Mutas to harass with.
The back door.
Yeah, he he does have Blink to drive him back. Ooh, it's time to kill that Overlord. He doesn't kill it, but you know, Popes doesn't have a third base, and now your chances of winning is now very, very low. His chances was really good about 3 minutes ago, but now it's very low just because no third base. Right, and he still hasn't cleaned up these Mutas, and that's just gonna do it, guys. I just don't see him doing anything with just this many units. He goes home to help out, but look at this. The Muta count is now ridiculous. He's attacking on this side, but this is not enough. It's not enough here, not enough there.
Yeah, it's GG.
Yeah, and this is GG. Nice try by Popes. This is the closest Ender to me had a chance of losing, but as expected, he does move on. Let's interview the guys real quick. It's a best of 5, 3-0 score. Nice try though. So let us go talk to first Mr. Pobes. Can you hear us, Mr. Pobes?
Oh, hello.
There you go.
Sorry.
Hey, so
Hello.
hey, nice try on the first game, yeah, with the Zealots. Do you think, he was actually down to like 9 drones. You had a really good chance. You may not have realized that. So,
Uh,
but the thing is, you dove in with your Zealots and got trapped inside.
yeah.
I think if you had stayed back
Yeah.
and then not gone up to try to kill the spine with another 3 Zealots and just stayed back and killed the hatchery down at the bottom, he's down to 9 workers. You're in great shape, right? So that's how close you
Um,
were.
yeah, yeah.
That's how close you
Um,
were there. What do you think?
I thought I could snipe
The spine, right?
spine, and then when I saw the transfuse, like, again,
Yeah.
uh,
The transfuse ruined the
yeah,
dream. The transfuse
yeah.
ruined the dream.
I got greedy.
Yeah, that was game 1. Game 2 wasn't that good. I don't even remember it, but I
No,
don't think it was that good.
no, it wasn't.
But once a Protoss Prism gets sniped on a 2 base all in, it's pretty much done.
Yeah.
So that's the story there. Game 3 though was actually pretty good because I think Ender played super safe. On 2 bases, getting getting mutas, getting roaches, getting lings. The worker count was very low. You had a really good chance there. The closest we've seen, right? What do you think of that
Yeah.
game 3?
Um, I want. I got my Dark Templar a little late.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah. That one was good too.
yeah, I forgot that one. And then what happened? He
Well,
sniped my prism. He sniped my prism again.
yeah, you sniped your
Yeah.
prism again, and your Dark Templars killed 14 workers, but you weren't able to save them.
Yeah, I
So
was.
if you had the prism there, save them. Then you have two Archons, and then
Archon.
continue. You'd be in great spot. But either way, it was really nice try. You even had the chance towards the end with the force fields when you went up his base, but you didn't have reinforcements and,
Enough.
and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah, exactly.
Enough.
But that's a dream for Protoss to get to that spot, right? And then
Yeah.
force field. But anyways, nice job. Nice. It was a David Goliath situation, but you showed us probably the closest out of all that last game. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think now? What are your plans from now until the next season?
I'm not sure. We'll see. Because I don't get to play as often as before, so I just play when I can.
Yeah.
And then Zerg is. I've always been. I've always had problems with Zerg.
Well,
Um,
you're dealing with the
and,
Super Zerg right here,
and
so
yeah. So we'll see. I still. Well, hopefully I can still play next time. It depends on what happens
okay.
real life.
All right. Well, give us your shout outs before we say goodbye to you and this season.
Uh, so, well, first of all, thank you, Mizel and Freedom for setting this up. It was fun. I missed joining tournaments. Um, it's nice actually. The format is nice now. You don't have to play everything in one day.
Yeah.
Not like
Yeah.
before.
Exactly.
So we don't have that much
Yep.
time to play the whole day anymore. Thank you for that. Thank you everyone. I know a lot of it's very nice that um there are lots of new faces in this scene. Like I came back, started playing again, and like, who are these people? I don't know them. Um, and then it's nice. At least there's new people playing. Um, hopefully more people join. It's very
Yeah.
fun, naman.
Yeah. We're gonna grow the
Yeah,
scene, right, guys? So
yeah.
there you go. So that way,
Um,
go ahead.
Last, my girlfriend, but she's not watching. She's working, so she's always very supportive.
All
Very
right.
supportive of the things that I do.
All right. Well, congratulations, Post, to go in the round of 8. We'll speak with you later. Thanks for the interview. Now we move on to Mr. Cav. Cav, you brought out something that you hadn't brought out in a while, which is the patented Ender extra hatchery in the base, right? That was kind of funny to do. And you played super safe. You got lings everywhere. You got Overlord speed. You stayed on 2 base longer, right? You played super safe. Um, I mean, I guess that's just what you want to do, right? If you know you're the one to beat, right?
Well, I'm just adjusting to what my opponent is doing actually. Well, I see him going for two base, so I don't see a reason for me to get a third and just wait for him to come.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not me being safe or what. It's just that I'm adjusting.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, your next opponent, we'll find out. You're gonna be in round of 4. You haven't lost a game all season, and now you'll be tested the closer we get towards the end. Um, and you probably have to practice a bit more. But other than that, what are your plans for the pro scene? Right, the tournaments, the EPT tournaments, the ESL tournaments, all of that. Do you have any? Is there anything where we can watch you play? What would you be looking forward to see you play against the pro players?
Yeah, I think I'm just waiting for the ESL main event again, which will happen I think on May. I think
Oh wow, all
first
the way
one
in
of this
May.
year.
Yeah, okay. So you got a while. You got a while. So you're relaxing time. All right. Cav, give us some shout outs before you go.
Shout out to the SCPH community, to Storm, RJ, Mizel, and everyone who's supporting Startup PH.
All right.
Keep watching.
That's right. Keep watching. Everyone's root. It's weird because everyone's rooting for someone to beat you, maybe one game or even a series, but then they're also rooting for you at the same time. So it's kind of funny, right? Anyway,
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
job, guys. Good seeing you. We're gonna move on to the next match. All right, guys. That was Cav and Pobes. It's good seeing them play. The next match. The next match. Whoop. There you go. Let's go back to that. The next match is Bayagster and Mr. Lasty at Protoss versus Zerg again. But this time, it's not clear cut who is the favorite. So we'll show that game next. We'll be right back. After that, we'll show our video of our last 16 players that played the last time, right? We'll show them again. For nostalgia's sake. And obviously, of those 16, some of them are still alive here at the round of 8.
Storm StarCraft League Season 1 Philippines. Arcanus. Ender. Neutrophil. Bayagster. Captain Britain. Saipan. David B. Shadow. Xenos. Exo Dash. Floki. Holmes. Felix Somsky. Knox. Mr. Lasty. Violet.
Okay, guys. They're ready. That's Mr. Lasty right there and Bayagster on the top. Mr. Lasty is the local favorite. He's got his friends all ready. Let's take a peek and see, a little bit more information on our players, right? You can check that out on Storm's website under PSL, the registered players. And, Mr. Lasty, let's talk about him really quick. That's Earl Jan Lastimado from King Slayers Gaming in Cotabato City. He is only 17 years old. Young guy, guys.
Yep.
Young guy. Yeah, and you guys can check that out on the website, right? We'll show you guys really quick. Right there. It's all public information. And then Bayagster, if you want to look for him, he's 32. He's from Makati. So, very far from each other. Abraham Mino. Protoss player bastard. Okay, so he's 32 and all that. That's him. So, young guy. The young Zerg playing the established Protoss veteran. Right?
The doctor.
Yeah, that's right. Bayagster is a doctor. So is he going to take care of things? They're having fun with Mr. Lasty is being, his friends are kidding him around, but it's now ready. It's now game time. Hopefully they don't mess with him during the games. Just be ready for that. Pay attention if you need to pause, because we want the best chance for these guys, right? So there you go. All right, Mr. Lasty. It's almost like he's the underdog, right? I don't know, because he's young, but who knows? He's been performing every level.
Yep.
Okay, we're hopping on now, guys. I'm really excited for this one.
Yep.
What do you got, man? But anyway, before we do that, this is
Storm StarCraft League Season 1 Philippines.
That was a little loud. That was a little loud, guys. Sorry about that. But hey, this is... I'm sure Mr. Lasty's really nervous. I know he wants this. So, let's do this. Let's introduce his opponent. The Protoss player.
Bayagster.
He says, come on over and take me.
And the Zerg player from Kingslayers Gaming, he is
Mr. Lasty.
Only 17 years old.
yeah 10 years older than the youngest one,
Oh yeah, we have the youngest one. That's
which is
but
7 years old.
I know he didn't make it though. He was in the qualifier, so it was kind of cool to see.
Mhm.
But he is
Yep.
in the FSL. The youngest to qualify in PSL was our 13-year-old.
Little Reaper.
Dark Menace is the 13-year-old. Little Reaper is the 7-year-old.
Mhm. Actually, I saw Little Reaper's what's this live stream.
Live
It's really
stream.
cute, and yeah, he did live stream, I think.
Yeah. I
Um,
watched a little bit of it. He streams on Trovo now, just like here.
Mhm.
So you can
Yeah,
catch him.
Trovo,
You can
correct.
catch him on there. He doesn't stream that often, but anyway, back to these players. Mr. Lasty, normal build here, macro for the Protoss gateway into
Yep,
the
normal.
expansion. Very normal. Mr. Lasty looking around, making sure there's no shenanigans. He won't know until this Overlord gets there, because obviously the vision is not there yet, right?
Uh-huh.
So until he gets there, he won't feel super safe. But he can kind of guess, like, okay, probably no proxy. If he did that proxy thing, proxy gateways in the other game,
Yep.
you're like, oh crap, right? But
Yep.
and he didn't open pool first like Ender, so it's a little bit harder to defend. But anyway, for him, he confirms, okay, cool, a normal game.
Yep. First game.
First game's a
Maybe I
normal
can share a little bit of backstory for Mr. Lasty.
Sure.
The challenge for him is he doesn't have a computer. He used to have one for he used to play with his aunt's place,
Mm-hmm.
but since now PSL, he just I mean he is also challenged monetary wise,
Mm-hmm.
so he can only play every PSL. So no practice for him.
Wow, no practice. That
Yeah,
is
no
crazy.
practice. I know,
That
right?
is crazy.
Yeah. So
Wow, that's insane. So let me ask you this: what does it cost for the internet cafe that he plays in? What's that? What do you
uh,
think that costs in Cotabato?
the,
Obviously, the prices are different everywhere, right? But
well, the average is $25. I
pesos,
think in Cotabato, yeah, I think in Cotabato it will be around 15 pesos per hour.
15 per hour. So,
Mm-mm.
well,
So I hope he does well.
yeah, I hope he does well.
Good
So,
defense.
here's the thing. Not hearing that story. If Mr. Lasty wins a game, one game, for every game he
Mhm.
wins, I wanna donate some practice time money for him.
Oh, that's
All right.
good.
So I'm trying to think
All
of what
right.
the appropriate number is for every game he wins.
Okay,
So
I'm. Oh, sige. Okay, you go first, and then I'll I'll add it. I'll add some.
yeah, I'm trying to think if it's 15 pesos per hour in dollars. So dollars maybe is around 50, right?
Mhm.
So let's do this. Let's do this. And a day of practice is what, 8 hours? So let's say.
8 hours, let's say.
But anyway, there's not much
$120.
going on yet in the game, guys. So it's okay. We're still chatting about this. Although there's a DT Shrine and Prism coming, Mr. Lasty has to be ready for that. We're trying to figure out. How about you, chat? Tell us what you think per game he does. What do you think is appropriate as a bonus price to help him practice?
I think 200 pesos per day.
So that's a full day
It's
to play,
enough.
right?
Mhm. So
And
that's
so,
like $5.
yeah, so about $5. Okay, so how about this? Every game he wins, I'll commit to $5. $10. Actually, let's do 10. That way he has two days of practice. 10
Okay,
per
I'll
win.
add $5.
There you go. All right, Mr.
That's
Lasty.
$15.
Because that way he can practice, man. Imagine how good he is.
Yeah.
Anyway, look at his DTs. Oh no.
Here we go.
Oh, but
the
he does
spore.
have the spore. Man, how is he on point with no practice? How?
Exactly.
How does he know
Maybe
the timings?
Maybe
I don't
he's
get it.
expecting a.
That's just
he's
part of his
expecting a
build.
Sky Plus, maybe.
I don't get
Yeah.
it. Cause like, you know, we watched the other guys and they're like, yeah, I haven't practiced, so I'm a little off. I forgot my Dark Templar shrine. I forgot this. I forgot that, right? But this guy doesn't practice, man. He only plays in tournaments.
Yeah.
How?
And remember the last time?
Mhm.
The last time he fought Bayagster, it was a close match.
That's right. This is a rematch, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what happened for some reason. Tell me what happened if you
Yeah.
remember.
I think he won against Bayagster.
Oh, you know what?
Uh,
He knows there's no expansion. He knows this is all in.
Oh, yeah.
He
yeah.
knows. It's already
That's a good
6
match.
minutes, guys. So he just has to take care of this fight, like right here, not take too much
2-4,
damage.
Arco.
He's got a good. He's in a good spot. Protoss still has not expanded. Oh, this is really good for Bayags. For Mr. Lasty.
Mr. Lasty.
The longer this goes on, the better for Mr. Lasty. I prefer he doesn't fight the Archons with the Lings, but so he has still no expansion. Mr. Bayagster is actually just making more stuff. He's committing more into this, adding more gateways.
Yeah.
Oh, don't lose this. Oh, Mr. Lasty.
Oh, you
Yo,
need that.
He
You need
loses it. And he immediately makes his new ones. Double Archon drop with double Prism, guys. Wow. This is really all in.
You make it 3, man.
What? He has 3. He'll never. He doesn't want to have that problem where he loses the Prism and he dies, right?
Oh, God.
It'll never happen. Oh, if he warps in his Sentry.
With
he does,
DPs.
yeah,
oh,
more.
my.
Oh, this is big.
Zealot, rather.
Yeah, this is not that bad for Mr. Lasty just yet. But that's a lot of Archons, dude. And he has a separate Archon. This is really insane. Does he have
Oh my
enough?
God.
He's gonna try to escape with his workers. Actually, they can mine again. Guys,
Good target fire.
Good target fire. He's Mr. Lasty.
Oh, nice!
Call him Pacquiao, but man,
Dude.
oh, the defense.
Dude, he's gonna lose the prism.
He's gonna lose the prism.
Oh, barely.
No, barely
Right.
gets out. But you know he had like 3 prisms, right?
Now he's
Oh.
time to attack.
Oh, he's gonna go. He's gonna keep going for it, dude. He's not expanding. So Mr. Lasty correctly only makes roaches non-stop, and he's got upgrades coming. He just has to really hold fort here. Oh, okay. Bayaxer now gives up and is now going to expand.
Pretty late though.
Very late expansion. He could actually get punished if Mr. Lasty goes for it. Mr. Lasty has some good saturation. This is a good game for Mr. Lasty. He has the advantage. He has a fort base coming. He has +1 range attack coming. And now he's gonna pressure. Wow. I mean, that was crazy. Three prisms from Bayagster, right?
Mhm.
Mr. Lassie has a huge force, at least supply-wise. Okay, let's see. There's only one immortal here. There's a reinforcements
no.
coming. Not good trade so far for Mr. Lasty. He just needs to
Make it pop. Oh, nice.
nice hit. Supply-wise, Mr. Lasty's still ahead. He's gonna focus on that immortal. There's another one coming, and he's gonna back off. This is a good move. Backs off a little bit here.
Saved
know,
by the
he-
shield batter.
Yeah, his +1's about to finish. There's a prism here, still trying to do damage. Mr. Lassie identifies that there is a prism loose. In fact, he feels it. He's gonna go to right. He's like, oh, there you are. This is a pretty good game, guys. There's a lot of queens here. You better watch out. You better not cry when you lose that prism.
Oh.
Say goodbye right there. Oh, and the queens! The queens! Look at that!
Use.
The transfuses! Perfect micro so far. Perfect! Doesn't lose one queen! Mr. Lasty, does he have lag at all? What was that? That was perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect defense. Alright, you know what? Look at the supply, guys. Bayagster committed so much money doing all this. But you know, he is building up a massive immortal force. By massive, I mean, okay, only just 3, but immortals are scary, guys. Mr. Lasty has saturated his fort base now too. And he's got Infestation Pit. He's getting +2. He's getting Hydra Den. And he's getting 7 Swarm Host. Oh, this is actually the right move.
Oh.
So the Swarm Host hard counter what Bayagster is doing. So every time you fight and he throws the Swarm Host, Protoss loses out. And he, look, so Mr. Last is getting his 5th base. This is a puny army. Although it's powerful, it's a puny army, and it's gonna get sandwiched. You better watch out.
Oh.
This
He's
is
defending his natural.
Yeah, he's defending his
DTs.
natural for some DTs. Oh, and he's hitting. He has some miss micro here, and here comes the
no,
big
he's gonna
attack.
lose it.
Here's the big attack, and he should be launching the Swarm Host.
Oh yeah,
He
here we
loses
go.
one. You can't fight. If you're Protoss, you actually back off. You don't want to fight because it's free units. Is he still killing that
He's
queen?
strong.
The queen didn't get killed. He almost. Oh, and there's a big attack on the other side with the Zealots. He's very busy. He's chasing here. He's not in position on this side. He loses 16 workers.
Oh no.
Oh no, he's falling
17.
apart here. Although he does kill the big army on the right side. He loses quite a bit of workers though on the left. Lucky for him, he still has 62 left. And now, you know what? He's just gonna go for it, guys. He has a huge army, 133 to 40. Although it's mostly roaches, it's a huge army nonetheless. And he does have swarm hosts. So, watch out. You can't trade against this. If
Make
you're
it pop,
Protoss,
pop.
he pops all of it. And now Protoss can't fight this. In fact, he's gonna surround and say, no, no escape for you. And look at this. He's just gonna keep going. He has no choice but to fight these swarm hosts that easily wrecks the Archons, and the end is near. Mr. Lasty, he outlasts. I know, a little counter here with the probe on the right side. But that's it.
Oh, Void Ray.
Void Ray is here, but
Oh,
Mr.
that's
Lasty has to kill this base.
Yep.
He has to kill this base, and then he has to kill this other base. But either way, very successful so far. There's only 2 Void Rays, so actually he can kill the other if he wants. And now, oh, look what he's doing. He's
the
marching
queens
the
are coming.
queens. He's like, alright,
Yep.
you want to do that? I'm going to send my women.
Okay. Attack on the third base. DTs and Zealots.
Yeah, DTs and Zealots will be dealt with pretty easily. But now the queens are marching. The female army right there. Transfusing, healing each other. And there you go, guys. This is not looking good for Bayagster. Mr. Lasty is maxed out.
Ooh.
Oh, actually, he can even fight. He has Hydras here. He doesn't need the queens. I think this is it,
the Void
boys.
Rays.
The Void Rays.
Oh, 15.
Wow, what a game. Very well played.
Mr.
Look at them.
Wow. What a first game, guys. This is only game 1. That was insane, game 1. What do we have for game 2 next? You know, the Protoss showed us some crazy 3 prism attack there. The only thing I would have had him change is attack on different sides, right? But that's got to be scary for Zerg to see 3 prisms. You're like, what is this? Guys, that was crazy. We're gonna head on to Lightshade for game 2, but man, I'm still catching my breath. Guys, what was that?
Yeah, awesome game. I enjoyed
This is
that.
like, he's like becoming the fan favorite now. You know, at least it's fun to watch, right? Showing something. And Bayagster, don't get me wrong, he's also exciting. He does the 3 prism play. We've seen him in other games where he attacks on 2-3 sides too. But on that game, he attacked on one side with all 3 prisms. That was crazy. That was crazy. Welcome, guys. This is PSL round of 8, the second part of round of 8. This is our second match, and we're done with game 1. It's a best of 5. It'll be a game 2 coming up. That's Bayagster is I guess he got disconnected, so we'll wait for him. Ironically, Bayagster's connection got disconnected. Meanwhile, Mr. Lasty is in an internet cafe in the province somewhere, right? Where's Cotabato City? Is that in Mindanao or?
I think in Mindanao.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
all the way down south, guys. Pretty good connection so far.
Alright. Game 2.
His friends are you know, ribbing him.
Celebrating. Yeah. Okay. Let's head to game number 2.
Game 2, boys. I'm excited. Who do you guys think's gonna take game 2?
Storm StarCraft League Season 1 Philippines.
Okay, the young phenom, the 17-year-old on the top left corner. He calls himself
Mr. Lasty.
And on the bottom right of Light Shade, he is
Bayagster.
All right, man.
All
I
right.
don't know. I'm looking at Bayagser. He looks a little bit like, wow, this guy's good. He looks, So I
Yeah.
think he's gonna bring out his most aggressive build, unless
Yeah,
he just
I
wants to
hope.
settle back and say, you know what? Let me chill here for a little bit. This kid is good. This 17-year-old is good. I gotta relax. I gotta do something. So he's the doctor. He's trained. He's been through plenty of life and death situations, right? So he's relaxed.
Yeah. He's also he's one of the oldest, not literally, but one of the oldest or most experienced players in the Philippines.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
Since
because I
he's
know
been
we've
playing
seen
in the
40
Blue
plus
Jays.
years old, right? So
Yeah.
I know we've seen a lot older. So, but you're saying
Mhm.
he's been playing for a very long time.
Yep.
Okay. So
In
Bayagster, let's see
tournament.
what he brings. Yeah, and he's a tournament experienced guy. And then meanwhile, you got a guy here who can't even play the game unless it's a tournament.
Yep.
Because he doesn't have a computer, guys. He hops on, goes to
So
the internet
computer shop.
cafe, and says,
Yeah.
"Hey, I need to get a computer. How long, sir? I don't know. Depending if I win. I'm playing in a tournament
well, well, good thing is he secured $15
already.
already.
Well, he
That
can.
fast.
Oh yeah. Not even tournament winnings. Think about that.
Mhm.
So there you go.
Yep.
That'll go towards his practice.
Yeah. Use it well.
Use it well. Meanwhile, Bayagser is playing for the love of the game because he is
Mhm.
a doctor already. He is a doctor because he wants to heal people, help people,
Uh-huh.
and he's playing StarCraft because he loves the game. So, a couple of good guys here. The young one and the experienced doctor. Mr. Lassie expands to the front this time.
Yeah. Aggressive.
The aggressive one where you can actually queen walk too, faster.
Oh yeah, this is his map pick. This is his first map pick.
Alright, so, but the thing is,
we'll see.
the queen walk is not good against non-Stargate openers, right? So, that's not what Bayagser is doing.
Mhm.
Not that he plans on
Not
queen
yet.
walking right off the bat, right? I think if he sees Void Rays, then he might do that.
Uh-huh.
But it's gonna be Glaives. He's gonna spot Mr. Lassie's gonna spot the Chronode
The,
Twilight, and he knows it's either Charge Lot or Glaive Adepts. There you go. He knows what's up. It's a good scout. His timings are impeccable. What happened? What happened?
that.
Did I miss something?
down there. The pylon. He spotted it.
Oh my gosh, this kid. He practiced, and look at this. He has a follow-up scout. Man,
Yep.
he's like, oh, you're not gonna trick me, bro. Look, he has a follow-up scout. This guy is Mr. Fundamentals. Like, he has, like, really good fundamentals.
Buy the books.
He reads the
Okay.
game. He watches what's happening. He reads his opponent. He makes the right decisions when to scout. Checks out the whole map. This is very indicative of how he's been playing. Or this is style, I mean. It's just scout everywhere. Don't fall for any tricks the Protoss usually does to you.
I think he watched Ender and Pogue's game.
Yeah, but Bayagser is not doing any Pope's level all-ins yet. Okay, here you go. Now he better be ready for this Adept all-in. Well, it's not an all-in until he doesn't expand
Mm-hmm.
for a while. So
Yeah. The queen spotted it.
yeah, he's gonna push him back. There's 6 Adepts now, though. So that's very dangerous. He's actually adding even more Adepts, so this is getting into be a very dangerous territory for Bayagster if he doesn't do enough damage.
Links are in.
And he probably won't shade in. Yeah, he's not
Oh,
gonna shade
yep.
in. He's
Yep.
like, wow, this kid is ready. So he's I think Bayagster is now getting into the all-in territory because he's adding more gateways, adding a robo. He's gonna pretend to shade. Nope, doesn't shade. He's just building up his adept force. Bayagster is really all, and he's even adding 2 Stargates. Wow, actually it's Stargates. I thought it was gateways. Robo and two Stargates. Man. And
Maybe
he's adding Phoenixes. Phoenixes.
Phoenix.
Okay.
Okay, I get.
I feel
Okay.
that. I feel that. However, there's quite a bit of queens already. You know, still
Hey.
hasn't pulled the trigger on attacking.
Oh no.
Still has not expanded. He's okay. I think I know what he's doing. He's gonna make him think it's just all ground. He's gonna keep making that army, but then all of a sudden, all these phoenixes will show up and then kill a lot of workers, right? So I think that's the plan here. So he's chronoing all these phoenixes and then immortal, and now he's actually gonna show. Now he decides to use the phoenixes at 4 because I think that's just the right number to start killing queens. But I think Mr. Lasty has transfuses because Mr. Lasty's like, what?
Okay.
Mr. Lasty's like, oh, so now Mr. Lasty starts making queens.
Oh, that.
And he kills he kills one of the phoenixes. And he
you
kills
don't want-
another one. It's oh man, this is not good. But he does choose to expand because Mr. Lassie probably can't punish that just yet. There you go. He kills some overlords with this. Okay, Mr. Lasty is not. Look at this guy. He's always scouting. Now he's gonna say, okay, what's going on the other side? Are you expanding? More phoenixes doing damage. 5 workers killed. Not bad for Bayagster. He does. I think he secured that base unless Mr. Lasty commits. Right? And the phoenixes are just at 6 right now. He stops making phoenixes. He made 6. So I'm a little, I don't know. This is not very efficient because obviously he made 2 Stargates and he stopped using them, right? And he's gonna go Mothership now.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Yeah, he's going Mothership now. Mr. Lasty's getting his upgrades going. The Phoenixes, they're just gonna try to get whatever they can get.
Or overlords. Oh no, he's gonna lose another one. Oops.
He does lose
you
the
go.
Overseer. Okay.
There's a big movement over there.
Yeah, Mr. Lasty will now test out this side. I don't think he can do anything with just Lings. He's gonna need a lot of roaches. But he decides not to commit because he scouts. Look at this guy. He's scouting. Like, he's very diligent with scouting. This guy scouts like a pro player. Right? He scouts like really well. I don't know what level he is, but I don't think he's Grandmaster, but he scouts like he's at that level. I don't scout. I'm not Grandmaster, so when I watch someone scout as much as he does, I'm like, wow, no matter how busy you are, you make it a point to keep scouting. Very good damage
Good
here for the Protoss player. Yeah, very good. So far, guys, 10 workers killed. Good position here
Okay,
with
here
the spores. He actually has 3 spores here. Quite a bit just for a few phoenixes. But he's growing. Look at this. Why do you make so many spores? Is he overreacting? Oh, he knows about the. He probably knows about the mothership. Okay?
Mothership. It's over here.
Yeah, he knows about that. And then there's 2 immortals and then now Colossus. So for you as Zerg, he has a lot of queens. But he's still at roaches. Does he have any other tech? Okay, he has Hydras. And he has 4 bases. Bayagster 62 workers to 75. Good pickup.
Dragster's gonna recall, I think.
Oh, he's gonna lose
Okay,
one.
This is not.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work anymore. At the bottom, there's a
Okay.
lot of charge lots.
Ooh.
That's a lot of charge lots, guys. Outnumbers the Lings.
Mothership is.
The mothership
Attacking
is
the
making a
main
move.
thing.
Yeah, he's gonna try to recall his big monster army. This is the play that
Oh,
he's trying to do. Bayagster, he knows
Do
about
it
this,
now.
and Mr. Lasty knows about this, and there it is. You know, this has immortals. This overseer means he can see it all. He's good. So he just has to... It's really close, guys. Bayagster's move here is really strong. The queens are going to try to help. But such big damage already. Very nice move here, but that recall... But, you know, the Zerg Swarm does eventually clean it up. And the mothership is still out there. Behind that, Bayagster does take a base. Man! I thought it was, he almost got broken there, Mr. Lassie. I thought Bayagster finally had enough. But I think he probably needed more AoE. He only had one Colossus. Yeah, that's the only thing. So if he had more AoE, I think he would have broken Mr. Lasty there.
Okay.
But as it stands, it's still somewhat a relatively even game, especially if Protoss gets this 4th base up. Then they'll be ahead if they get that up. Zerg is not getting their 5th base. He's out of position. This base is going to go down. Oh, unfortunately, it's just finished too. So no cancel. Free base.
Ooh, that's a lot of immortals though.
That is a lot of immortals, but that's free base.
Sorry, Colossi.
I mean, Colossus. 3 is an optimal number. Oh, he's giving away Zealots for free. That's a mistake.
Okay.
Mr. Lasty is not shy about making static defense, guys. Look at that. That's a lot of spines.
Oh, he's making another move. The mothership.
The mothership's gonna recall again.
Okay,
And you know he has force fields this time, and there's no Ravagers.
Nice.
No Ravagers.
Ah.
He has to warp some Ravagers, and he does. But how long is it gonna take for him to get up there? He's at a choke. Banelings.
More.
The Ravagers are here. They're gonna bile up. There you go. He's gonna bile up, and he's gonna hop in there. But then another force field. He's gonna bile again.
Yeah, too late for Mr. Lasty to defend the main base.
Yeah, he actually, look at that double force field. He didn't realize there was a force field at the bottom. He biled the one at the top. He's gonna lose his lair, and he's gonna recall.
Nice.
Smart move, recalling out. For good measure, he kills more workers. That's a very good move, and just like that, Protoss is in great shape, and an attack on the other side. This mothership's just a pain for him. I think he needs to get rid of that with some corruptors.
Gives Bayagster
These
some time
zealots,
to...
these zealots are killing so many workers. 14 now. Mr. Lasty late to respond.
Okay.
Bayagster's looking good now in this game.
Yep.
But the Zerg Swarm is still a threat. Oh, are you ready to fight? I think you need some force fields. He has a lot of force fields, but you know. Oh, and look at this. Okay, I was gonna say the Colossus could have been a victim right there. There's still 4 Colossi, guys. So that was the problem the last time when he tried. He didn't have the the massive, the area of effect. He's gonna find this other expansion. But Mr. Lassie's gonna back off. He encounters the main army. He's gonna back off also. Meanwhile, that mothership, so here's the thing, Mr. Lassie has to deal with this mothership. Oh, will he finally kill it? Will he finally kill it?
Yep.
No, he gets away.
No.
Oh no, he's backing in. He's backing in. But this is the big fight, guys. This is the big fight. He's gonna take care of that mothership finally. But can he stop this army? There's lots of force fields there. There's Colossi. There's Archons. And there you go. Revenge of the Protoss.
Bayagster.
We got a series, guys. Now you gotta watch out for that. Gotta watch out for that mothership play. You know, he survived the first one, but the second one killed his lair.
Yep.
And that's a big problem. And
Not
then
just a lair, another hatch.
another hatch, a lair, and then the other thing is the zealots on the other side killed a lot too.
Mhm.
Alright, so now we got a series, guys. 1-1. Romanticide is the next map.
Okay, let's just
Actually,
wait
even
for
easier to
that.
do a mothership thing there because it's a big, you know, there's a big area there you can sneak in. So you better watch out. I think if I'm Mr. Lasty, I'm gonna have to add some spire play to make sure I can kill the that mothership with corruptors. You know, even a couple corruptors watching for it. Then you're ready. Or, you know, maybe spread your overlords towards the edges. Watch out for that because he was in great shape in that game
Yeah.
until it started to fall apart. That's a
So
really
he
good.
wasn't expecting it. The mothership is still there in his
Yeah,
main
he
base.
didn't actually get rid of it, right? And he didn't put an overlord there. So typically, we've seen Mr. Lasty, you know, scout everywhere else, right? But he forgot the overlord at the corner
Yeah.
of his base. So we're waiting for
Okay.
Mr. Lasty to hop on. He's just about there. Taking a look at the map selections, right? What are the other games maps left? So right now we're here on Romanticide, right here in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
We're most definitely gonna get a Det Aura, right? We're definitely gonna get Det Aura because it's 1-1 right now. We don't know if we'll get Submarine, which is the small cheese map, all-in map, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I'm hoping for 5 games. This is so good.
Yeah. Very entertaining.
So that's what we got going on,
Good.
guys.
Also, I must say, I love the new map picker by
Yep.
PSL.
Yeah, we've
Really
upgraded that.
cool.
We'll be using that for both FSL and PSL.
Okay, I think Mr. Lasty's back.
Sir Lasty's back. He's loaded. 1-1.
We go.
Storm StarCraft League Season 1 Philippines.
Alright. The bottom right. Nice mothership play by this Protoss player. We know him as
Bayagster.
And on the top left of Romanticide, he is
Mr. Lasty.
okay.
You know, you notice is they're not really trying to cheese Mr. Lasty, even though Mr. Lasty is the type to be doing normal builds. I don't remember if I've ever seen Mr. Lasty cheese. So he's been macroing pretty much, right?
Yeah.
He reminds me of Cyril. Because Cyril
Oh, yeah?
is really good at scouting, doing macro plays, and just deflecting any kind of shenanigans, right? So that's Cyril from what I remember. Raynor is much more aggressive, right?
Yep.
So these are our Filipino, like, you know, pro player comparisons basically. So we could ask him
Sarah.
who his favorite player here. I think did he mention it was Cyril? I don't remember. We should ask him.
Yep.
But again, standard game. You know, it'd be cool to watch is Mr. Lasty versus Viol, because Viol is also a standard macro player,
Innovation. Yeah.
like innovation, right? So, there, I don't know if the brackets line up that way, because I know Viol advanced, right? So,
It's gonna be Viol versus Nuts.
okay, so he has to get past. They won't face each other because they're on the opposite sides of the group, unless they both make it to the finals. So, anyway, guys, we are not there at all. Mr. Bayagster has something to say about that. It's 1-1. Bayagster now goes Twilight and hides his probe on the other side. Or is he scouting? What's he doing? It's curious he's doing this, because Zerg is not the type to be hiding anything, right?
The Link's gonna spot it. No. No.
Yeah, he just missed by the links right here.
Yeah. Normal game.
Yep.
To Twilight Council. Okay.
Yeah, Twilight,
Seeing
and
Adepts.
he's getting Adepts again to start with.
Yep.
And so what we saw him the last time is Bayagster showed the Adepts, kept making them and seeing. He doesn't commit. He's playing really safe. He didn't commit, right?
Yep.
So there you go. There's the hidden pylon for probably another gateway, so then that way he can keep sending Adept all in. So I think this is what he's gonna do. This is my guess. I think Bayagster knew that last time Mr. Lasty thought he was gonna get Adept all in, but it didn't happen. So maybe he's hoping Mr. Lasty will slack off on the defense. Mr. Lasty's defense last time was perfect, except for obviously the mothership the second time, right? So his defense against the Adept, which was pretty all in because he kept making stuff, right? And then he switched to these Phoenixes that I don't think did much, but because of the mothership thing that he did, he kind of caught back up, right? And then took the lead eventually. So I think he's gonna go look at this Adepts.
Oh, he's gonna check it out.
But you know, Mr. Lassie's good at scouting, and these Lings. Look at this kid, man.
He's gonna spot it. Here you go.
He
Boom.
spots it, and he knows what's up. Okay, so he won't be thinking, oh yeah, this is easy. No, he knows. But his Roach Warren is not there yet. Oh no. He doesn't have the Roach Warren yet, and these are 6 Adepts. He has to take some shots at it like early. This is it, guys.
Okay.
Is he gonna commit? He commits!
He did.
But there's a lot of Lings. No worker damage yet. The key here is not to take any worker damage. There's more coming on the other side, guys. Not over yet. Now the roaches are here. Mr. Lasty wisely pulls the workers away. There's more Adepts on this side. He's there on the spot. Nice job. No mining, though. Mr. Lasty is up here on the top. Doesn't get any damage. Only 2 workers. Near perfect defense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Near perfect defense. But the problem is he only has 41 workers, guys. So Mr. Lasty now adds more workers. Right?
Gets the fight on the third. Ooh, nice.
Oh, and he
round.
does catch. He does catch him. And there's more Adepts for Mr. Lasty to deal with. Yeah, right? So, but now he's gonna push and see, okay, dude. Are you still making more? Oh, you are. Okay, fine. Enough of this. He surrounds. And he backs off. There's not enough Lings there. And
No speed for the.
yeah, he's not gonna. Where'd they go? Where did these stupid Adepts go? What the
We're
heck?
back.
Did we go back
It's
where? Oh, he shaded down at the bottom? Oh, right there. Okay. Gosh, man. Imagine, we're just observing. Mr. Lassie has to find these things. Like, what the hell is that thing?
Oh, come on, man. Check the Stargates and the upgrade.
Oh, he's gonna go
What?
Tempest. Wow, this is cool. This is cool. He's gonna go Tempest-based attacks with a Robo. What? And he's still
The
on.
mind game.
And he's only on 2 base. I don't know if it's a mind game at this point. He's just doing things that no one will think about. It's like these adepts doing a lot of damage. 6 workers. This is really good actually for Bayagster. He's gonna kill even more workers. Mr. Lassie's not
8.
pulling it. He shows a Phoenix. Now in the mind of Mr. Lassie, he still hasn't even cleaned up these guys. I think Mr. Lassie is getting a little bit nervous because he's making a lot of mistakes at this point.
Yep.
Right? He does make 10 workers to try to catch up, but he does need to clean this thing up. No base yet for Bayagster. So this might be the opportunity for him to catch up in workers. Bayagster is...
Tempest.
Yeah, Bayagster's actually ahead in workers, so this is not looking good for Mr. Lasty. Lots of the depths. This guy, Bayagster, is the tricky doctor. He does cancel the 3rd base attempt. So,
Big movement on the north.
Mr. Lasty adds more workers. Very good job. And oh my gosh, how did he come up with 4 already? Where did they come from? 4 already?
Yep.
It's so fast.
Boom.
And
Boom.
it's
Oh, you
hard-
don't want to lose.
It's hard to deal with it because it's so fast. And now, Mr. Lasty's out of position. These adepts are shading in. Oh no.
Ooh.
I don't think you can deal with these. His creep spread is not there, so he can't really do much. He's preventing mining on that side. He's not mining on 2 bases. And now he's gonna go back to try to mine, but he needs to spread that creep. He does clean up these adepts, but the Tempests have killed a lot of workers. 7 workers, and they might kill this base. Oh no, I think they'll end up killing this base. And he's not gonna be able to transfuse it. And these roaches can't do anything about it. I think Mr. Lasty, he's like, oh, I gotta expand here where the Tempest can't reach it. He finally makes a Spire because he knows he can't deal with this without the Spire. 50 workers to 60 is pretty far behind. These Tempests are really annoying.
Yep.
And he loses another queen. Not looking good. Mr. Lasty having a hard time dealing with this. Bayagster gets a base up. He is officially way ahead.
61 to 49 workers.
Yep, he's way ahead. And he still hasn't put the creep spread here yet. And he really needs the Spire up. The Lings are trying to, the Roaches on the bottom trying to do something, thinking he's ahead, but he doesn't know there's already a fully saturated base on that side. And here comes the Queens. I'm gonna drive them away. Mr. Lassie
Good
has
move,
a lot of minerals though.
Yeah. Floating minerals.
He's floating because he hasn't been able to inject. And as soon as this Spire finishes, he's gonna make... He should make
Corruptors.
some Corruptors. You definitely need Corruptors. You can't deal with this. There you go. 5 Corruptors are coming out. And that'll make short work of these guys. Alright, so the Roaches at the bottom. Oh no! The Shade kills 6, 7 plus workers. He's getting fought everywhere. Mr. Lassie trying to do his best, but he's so far behind, guys. It's not looking good. Here comes the Corruptors, and he immediately recalls.
Good call.
And look at that powerful Protoss force.
Ground army, man.
That is insane. So a little bit
Uh,
of panic there, and now he's gonna try to finish off this stupid base that kept sending those pesky adepts. But at this point, the biggest threat is the main army,
mhm.
and Mr. Lasty does not have enough units for it, and I think we're gonna see a GG here.
Yep. Very much.
I think this is going to do it for Mr. Lasty for game 3.
Ooh. That's it, boys. 3 immortals with stalkers.
So after this, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a quick
Yep.
break for the players. So please let them know. We'll be right back. We're gonna play our ads. That'll get them a chance to regroup, and we'll be right back, folks. We'll play our round of 16 video again. So I'll be right back.
Storm StarCraft League Season 1 Philippines. Arcanus. Ender. Neutrophil. Byagster. Captain Britain. Saipan. David B. Shadow. Xenos. Exo Dash. Floki. Holmes. Phoenix Somsky. Knox. Mr. Lasty. Violet.
Alright guys, we are back. Let's take a quick look at the map selection here. So, Mr. Lasty is down 1-2. Death Aura is the next match, so he needs to kind of regroup so he can push this to a game 5. Otherwise, he's eliminated. So, pretty nice moves here by Bayagster. And we're gonna hop on over to the next game on Death Aura. Alright guys, what do you think? Do you think Mr. Lasty, the young one, can regroup? Right? All these tricks have gotten him thrown off. What do you think, Mizel?
Ah, man. I hope he gets this one.
Yeah, we want a game 5, that's for sure.
Yeah, game 5, man.
Storm StarCraft League
No.
Season 1 Philippines.
Death Aura. 4th game. Could be the last game for Mr. Lasty. If you guys want him to have another shot, you better root for him. The Zerg player.
Mr. Lasty.
And on the top left of Death Aura, one more game for him. He is
Bayagster.
right. What do you think?
You know, he's a young guy. He just needs to relax.
Mhm.
Mr. Lasty, if he wants to win this and win the way he knows how, which is scout often and play defense well. Okay, look, he's gonna try to throw him off. This is a veteran player. He tries to throw him off with a fake cannon rush. Mr. Lasty only sends 2 workers. I don't think he believes it.
Mhm.
Yep, and he has another one. So I don't think he oh, he finishes it. This is a mistake because he doesn't have a forge.
Yep.
And actually, I think by this time you know it's not real because he's not making a cannon on the other side. So now Mr. Lasty's like, huh, awesome. I didn't super overreact. But I would probably pull this worker back and not chase anymore. Because you know this is... And you know what? Mr. Lasty doesn't even have a pool anytime soon. So he's fine. It's not like, you know... You know he's confident because he doesn't have a pool anytime soon. And he just doesn't overreact to it. And now Mr. Lasty is going to go and scout. Because he still doesn't see things. And then once he sees it here with this Overlord... Then he'll realize, oh, okay, I'm good. All good. So this drone will probably then just expand.
So no extractor yet for Mr. Lasty.
Yeah, no extractor yet. Maybe he's thrown off just a little bit. But at least he didn't overreact, right, with the workers.
Yep. Oh, he went for a 3rd hatch.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's good. Because, you know, he doesn't get extractor. So you're going to have the money. Alright, so Mr. Lasty. It's another Twilight opener for Bayagster. So I expect him to do the Adept thing again. Because he's had some success with that. I think he just needs to defend better at the mid-game. Right? The mid-game is where he started to fall apart. The Tempest, you know, you can't blame him on that. Once that showed up there, that was the problem. But I think he didn't shut down the Adepts early enough, right? He lost quite a few workers. And now he's going to lose an Overlord here. He sees the Twilight again. This time it's Blink?
Wait. The mind games.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't like Blink that much. Just because...
Links.
You know, Mr. Lasty, he makes a lot of lings, lots of roaches and lings. So I think the blink is an old style that you can use against someone that's not playing meta. And Mr. Lassie seems like he's good at meta. Oh,
Oh, the rally.
the rally. He didn't do attack move,
Uh-huh.
and he's
So another
actually yeah, more
at the bottom.
gateways. More gateways, and there's a proxy right here, which this guy just doesn't see. Oh, but he's gonna come back. So maybe he'll see it. Will he see it?
Your cryptomer is under pressure.
No.
Oh, he sees it!
There
Oh, okay, there you go. He sees it. Alright. But he's busy.
Yep.
He has one adept. Which hasn't killed anything yet. Nothing. No kills yet. Nice job. The adept, where did it go?
At the natural.
There it is, and it dies. No kills. However, this has been found, at least through his vision if he's looking. Oh, he's just now starting Link Speed. Oh no, actually, you know what? Because Link Speed is so late, because gas was late, he can actually lose to this. He's gonna see, but the good news is he sees it early. He says, wow, that's a lot of stalkers. Okay. Alright, Mr. Lasty, if you want to win and go to Game 5, this is it. The pressure's on you. You gotta do it right now. So he's making... Oh, and he's making... Why is he making more workers? Oh, he shouldn't have done that. That's bad move. But actually, he had to. He only has 39 workers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, he's making spines, so at least he knows how serious this is. But he's not in position. He knew it was coming from the left side. He better cancel that. Oh, no, it doesn't cancel.
So
Low cancel. Okay, let's see what he does, guys. This is tense. He can't lose this base, though. Cannot lose. Okay, he brings the queens. Loses perfect control here for Mr. Bayagster so far, right? I think Mr. Lassie's very nervous at this point. He's just kind of not defending this well. That's a lot of stalkers, and they have blink. Good transfuse. He's not mining here. He could have been mining, so he's very nervous. I can tell. Lots of mistakes so far. The link speed is finally done.
but he's making more roaches.
Well, that's okay. Roaches are good too, but he just needs to make lots of units. Basically, you cannot lose his base. It's very low. You cannot lose his base. Here it is. The transfuse micro. The roaches are strong though. Here come the lings.
And he backs up.
And he's gonna try to do a surround. This is actually the right move. You can't lose his base. And there's the lings on the other wraparound. That's good. Then that'll take care of the ones that are blinking back. And it's getting get damaged. There's a lot of stalkers now though. The spines are done. He cannot make workers at this point, obviously. And there you go.
Nice defense by Mr. Lasty.
So far, he's surviving, but he's not committed. Bayagster's not committed. I think he feels like he did enough damage. So he has a fourth base. He has the worker lead. He can even snipe this base. I think you can go in there, snipe it, and blink out. But he doesn't want to take that risk just yet.
This is his last game. So
yeah, he's just looking around to see where he can do more damage. This is a good move.
Nice.
Yeah, not bad movement. As far as workers and all that, no workers lost, believe it or not. Oh no. Can't lose his base.
Okay.
Keep saying this, but I'm telling you, you lose this base, you're dead. Because Protoss has a third base. There you go. He finally kills. Decent trade. Bayagster keeps him at bay. Has a base up already. More links for Mr. Lasty. So here's the thing. If the Zerg makes a ton of units, can the Protoss hold him back? He actually takes a fourth base. Okay, so this is where it gets a little dangerous for Protoss. Oh, he can't lose his base! You have to transfer, he loses the base! Oh no. This is what I was saying. Oh no. He was not able to get the creep out. He's going to lose even more workers. I think he's falling apart now, guys. Mr. Lasty on his last breath. Bayagster with a build here that was actually perfect against a gasless because it was late speed. Late everything that you need to fight against Protoss. Mr. Lasty expands twice. He cancels actually, which I'm surprised he did.
+1 is done for the Protoss.
Oh no, and then 2 Colossuses are coming out. This is not looking good. Mr. Lasty with really an impressive final game here. I think this is going to be it unless Mr. Lasty does a Rocky impression here. Right? But how do you do that against these Blink Stalkers? These guys can just fly away.
Yep.
Literally, like, just get out. There's not even a lair, so he can't get roach speed to chase them.
Oh my
I think
gosh,
Bayagster, yeah, Bayagster's feeling good. He has 4 bases. He's got Colossi. He's got 2 Immortals. He's got Blink Stalkers and he's gonna catch. He can't catch him yet. He needs roach speed. He can only fight in creep, and that's what Bayagster's doing, clearing creep.
Yep.
This
Okay.
game's gonna keep going a little bit. You know, Bayagster doesn't have it secured just yet, but he has a huge lead, guys. Look at the worker count, 6951. There's 4 bases for Protoss. They have a monster army that they're assembling, hiding it from the Zerg. The Zerg doesn't know that. He thinks right now he only sees the Stalkers harassing him. So he still has a chance, but he's getting roach speed and Ravagers. Okay, that's good. He's getting settled. And here comes the Protoss monstrous army, guys.
Oh no.
You're gonna have to have
He's ready.
perfect biles, get some lucky things. He's got a lot of queens. Oh, and he's gonna see what? This monster army, he's just gonna see it. And he's like, what? There's 4 Colossi! Good hits. But that's 4 Colossi, guys. And he's in a corner. He's taking a lot of damage from the lasers. The queens can take damage and kind of transfuse, but he needs to really keep biling. This is Mr. Lasty's last chance. This is his last life. If he loses this base, even worse. Good bile on that Immortal. But this base is about to go down. He can't afford to lose this base, and he does lose it.
Oh gosh.
Mr. Lasty still has an army, but this Protoss army is very scary. Mr. Lasty can't make anything but Roach Ravager right now. That's the problem. And there's a Warpin at the home base.
So sick.
Sick Warpin here. And it still hasn't even been dealt with. Bayagster smartly just backs off, then warps in more for the finishing blow. I think we're seeing the very end of life for Mr. Lasty. Were you going to see a rocky situation here? I don't think so. It's just too much mathematically. And that's going to do it, guys. It looks like we are done here.
Dexter.
All right, let's go talk to our guys here.
Hello.
Let's unmute these guys. Let's talk first to Mr. Lasty.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Lasty. Exciting games. Unfortunately, it ends for you here. But I have good news for you.
What is that?
We're gonna donate some money for you to practice. So, Mizelle is gonna send you some cash. Well, we need your PayPal, but we're sending you $15 so you can practice some more.
Oh my god.
Because we heard you don't get to play much except the tournament. So, and I'm not sure, but I think you might have some prize too for top 8. So we'll sort all that out. So make Make sure you send that to Mizelle. All right.
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk about the games. You know, you had a really good first game. Really good first game. You actually dominated in the first game. The second game though got out of hand. Where he, he started doing too much damage. Then the
Yeah.
that was that the mothership game? I'm not sure if that was the mothership game. What were you thinking about that game, the mothership game?
Uh, at this first push, I defended it, but I thought the mothership died, but unfortunately, it's still alive. So I'm not in. I didn't scout for some hidden mothership, so the time he teleported, it was about the mid, so I didn't defend it, and I don't have any Ravager. And but if I did the base trade, maybe I could have the chance to win that game because I'm overwhelming his army. So
Yep.
if that's yes, but I push it in. I force it to defend. So that's why I lost so many armies, and then I lost. That's
Yep. Yep. And I'm sure you'll watch the replays and learn from each game anyway. So, let's do this. Let's just it seemed like you started to get a little bit nervous more towards the end. Do you think you started playing worse as you started to get more nervous, or what do you think?
um, maybe my negative as a gamer is when I lost one game, I'm out of focus. That's why I lost my tempo, the rhythm in the game. So it just snowballed me, and because of and another reason why I think I lost the game because I wasn't able to practice for 5 days because I don't my our internet connection was so poor and I don't have enough money. I have the chance to practice only yesterday. And I went to my friend to sleep over so that I can play some games. And
Okay. Well,
yeah.
well, it was a good try. I didn't think you expected to be this high, right? Did you? Did you expect to do this well in this tournament?
No, actually no. I've been playing for 6 months only, so I didn't think that.
6
Brewster,
months.
yes. Brewster is. I'm intimidated when I was 3 months playing. I played versus him. I don't know if he still remember it, but he always chases me, so I don't play the normal game. So that's his advantage. My gameplay is macro oriented and defensive play style, so
Got it.
that's why I
Okay.
lost.
Well, it was definitely good. I'm sure he was a little nervous, especially after game one. But like I said, nice job over the season. We'll hope to see you in season two. Get in touch with Mizelle. We'll get your PayPal or whatever so we can send you your winnings and donations. So nice job. Everyone's excited to see you play. Awesome
Thank you,
job.
thank you.
Give us your shout outs before you go for the final time here on FSL season one.
Shout out!
PSL.
Shout out sa mga barkada ko dito sa mga kaibigan ko.
There you go. The friends from Cotabato. Good job, guys. We'll see you guys. We'll have the VOD. Yeah, we'll have the VOD up on YouTube. You can show them. So, all right. Nice job, Mr. Lasty. We'll see you next time. And now we have the winner. Congrats, I almost say Popes. Bayagster. Congratulations. Nice job.
Thank you.
After game one, were you thinking, whoa, this kid is really good, I'm going to lose? Or what were you thinking? You seemed so calm. I didn't think you thought that. What were you thinking?
I'm a bit nervous in the game one because too much excitement for playing. I love tournaments. I love playing in tournaments. I'm always like that. Then I don't know. Game two and the rest of the game, I just played my usual games in the ladder.
Got it. And you had some really cool tricks there with the mothership, right? And then trying to do the adepts that you were kind of all in, but I think you forced enough damage that you were able to expand and go Phoenix? What was the thought with the Mass Phoenix?
I don't know. Some Zergs are always caught off guard of that build because when they see a lot of adepts, they tend to just focus on the ground enemies.
Gotcha. And you forced out a reaction with the Phoenix and then bought you time to get an expansion. And then you were able to succeed with the Mothership after the second time. And on the last game, you did blink Stalkers, right? Is that because you saw that there was a late gas, or why did you do that? It seemed like a very risky move to me.
Um, the initial pylon that I planted in his natural, he overreacted. So I think Blink Stalker will be good in that game because uh, he will not have speed roaches or that many units.
Gotcha. Did you see that he had the late gas or no gas at all, or?
I didn't see the leaks.
I didn't see. Yeah, I
I
thought you
just
saw it. Yeah, I thought you saw it. So I was like, oh,
mm,
he knows you can do blink. Okay, nice job on that. I mean, the blink just got overwhelming, right? And yeah, that was the perfect call there. And it looks like you're gonna be advancing. And unfortunately, I think you're in the same area as Ender. You're gonna face him, right? Is that right, Mizel?
yeah.
Yep. All right. So now,
Yeah.
now you're gonna be tested with the best Zerg right here on your tricks. So there you go. I'm excited to see what you'll prepare for Mr. Ender, and I'm sure he'll play defensive. You saw him play that way against Pope, so good luck on that. You have about a week to practice and prepare. So we're all excited to see what you come up with. So I'd like to ask you, you have any shout outs for your games? For your, for all
Shout
that?
out to the viewers. Thank you for watching. And to the organizers, Mr. Mizel and Mr. KJ, thank you for making this tournament happen.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for playing. And that'll do it, guys. Congratulations to Bagzer. He'll move on. Nice job, Mr. Lasty. So now we'll go ahead and talk about the next match. The next match will be the round of 4, guys. And let's look at the thing again. So let's go take a quick peek of who do we have for round of 4, right? So the round of 4, you guys, by the way, you guys can check it out on SciStorm.com, PSL, right? But also we're on Liquipedia, so if you guys check out Liquipedia, we're updated right there, guys. And on there, you guys can check out that the round of 4 will be Nux versus Viol, Bayagster versus Ender. There you go, guys.
Yeah.
Prepare for that. And the schedule is there too. You guys can see when they play. So that's next week. So next week. So Bayagster has 2 weeks. Looks like he has 2 weeks to prepare.
Yep.
So he has plenty of time.
Yeah, but for Nux and Vio, it will be tonight.
Yeah, it'll be
Or
later.
Philippines.
So he needs to be ready. So
Yep.
so never mind, not 2 weeks. A little over a week, and then Nux and Viol is tomorrow or tonight. So there you go, guys. We'll see you guys bright and early for me at 10 a.m. and for you guys 11 p.m. tonight.
Yep.
So we'll have the VODs up. Have fun, guys. This is Freedom. You want to say anything? You want to say give your shout outs, I guess, Mr. Mizel?
Yeah, shout out to the Brood War community and the SAPH community. I hope you guys had fun.
Yep. And we'll have PSL also tomorrow, like I said. And then after that is FSL, our other league. All right, guys. We'll see you all next time. This is me signing off. Have a good day and good evening.